Well, look at this. Back to 76 in. Got the trailer packed up. And got the tent over here. Put the awning up. Very quick setup. Just the awning. There's basically nobody here. Yeah, throw the Oz tent up, got the double swag, awning, get some lunch going, and look at this. What do you reckon, babe?
Huh?
What do you think?
Nice.
Good?
Good spot.
G'day guys, Luke the Drifter here. And yeah, a little bit different. We got a new camera, which I borrowed off Rob from Australian Cabin 4 Drive. Yeah, not a bad little unit, so I'm going to probably get hold of one later on. But it's handy to do some videos on your own. And yeah, same as what Buck uses. Anyway, so you can see here, got a little camp set up. I just thought I'd walk you through the trailer and just how I've got it set up. A few little things of what I like, and yeah, just show you around really. So this is the trailer we took on the Simpson. I love the storage on it, eh? There's got so much room, and as you probably guessed, you know, everything's in a bag. It makes such a difference having everything in a bag, you know, packed up. And that's the thing, Drifta Canvas, we make a lot of different bags. Yeah, the roof rack up there, I'll load up. I'll show you once I've loaded up as well, but here's the storage up the top. Bit of gas up the front. Fair bit of storage up here too. I've had there's a bag of charcoal there, and recovery gear I've had sort of stored there. I've had this mesh. Rich McDonald borrowed me this mesh because with a Simpson trailer for the boys trip we didn't have any walls for the awning, and I thought, oh, I'm probably going to need some walls. So Richard borrowed me this floor matting really, and it's quite windy here on Fraser. Got this southeasterly blowing, and you can see what I've done there, just used it as a wall, which works great. So I reckon we might make up some walls out of this mesh, because the walls for an awning are pretty expensive. They're basically $500 each. A lot of work in them, having canvas walls, because they've all got to have a door or a window, and putting a door or a window in a canvas wall is a big job, and you know, that's about what they're worth. $500 a wall, and you've got 5 walls really. So, you know, I remember when Super Peg started selling these and we looked at getting some walls, and they were $500 each back then. I'm like, geez, that's a lot of money, but that's what it costs to make them. Anyway, I'm going to get Jace from Crazy Dog to make up some walls out of mesh, and I think, you know, we can just do them for, see, that can just be one wall, you know, $250 I reckon, or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't need a window, because with the mesh the light comes through, and I reckon just for some cheap walls it'd be a great way of doing it. Have a wall around the other side and one here, so basically just 2 walls, they go around together, and no windows, no doors. $500 for both walls, something like that, you know. I'll put a bit of a zip tie there because the wind really blows this, so I think that's a good idea. We'll have a bit of a pocket here with an eyelet where you can, you know, pull that back and take all the tension off the wall. Just using the Oz Tent RV4, which is an old one. You can see it's pretty faded, and it doesn't have the window here, so it's a fairly old model, this one. The new one's got the window there. Camping here with my girlfriend. Darren, which is pretty cool. It's in there getting the bedroom all packed up. But we just got the double swag, which is fine. I love that double swag. Just a simple basic swag, you know, double size, and comes with the bag, so the bag's on the ground there. It's a great way of, it's very simple. I mean, this is back to where I used to camp, really. You know, when I started, Oz tent, and back then I just had the Troopy and an Oz tent, really. But it's a great way of camping, very simple. Oz tent sets up quick, and you know, next time I go camping, I'll have my walk-up hardtop trailer again with the independent, but just with the way things worked out with the Simpson trip and everything, my truck was up Mackay. This is what we've got, and but there's nothing wrong with camping this style, you know. Simple Oz tent, equipment trailer. So this little rack here from Uniflame is great. You can see that it's only a new product, not very expensive, but it's a little dish drying rack, folds up, so that's been great. There's something in here too. You can see what I've done. You could do this on any Drifta kitchen, and I've only done that recently. I don't know why I didn't think of it 15 years ago, but you know, this plywood's very structural, right? So we've always had a hole there for gas, but on this American stove the hole didn't line up quite properly because it's at the front, and also you'd have to poke it through all the time to hook up. So by doing this, you don't have to, you just disconnect the gas here, and then you can leave it connected here, and you just roll it out and put it through this gap. So undo this and put it through. So if anybody's got one of these kitchens, you just got a jigsaw, marked out some lines and did that nice and neat, and touch up paint. It saves unhooking this fitting here on the gas, which is pretty handy. So you've only got to unhook this one here, which is a lot simpler. And one thing I've learned too, hooking up this, if you spray a little bit of inox on there, because this fitting gets so dry, okay, and it just does not want to go in. But yeah, a little bit of inox, you'd be surprised how well that does up compared to when it's really dry. This IGT4 works really well. That's the 2-unit chopboard from Snow Peak, which is really nice, Polania chopboard. And that's just a bit of ply that we got creaking to make up. So if you've got one of these Angre tables and you wanted, you know, a cheaper sort of infill, you could get any bit of plywood really, but that's you know, something creaky made up. The collapsible tubs are really good. The chopboard there as well. The Alia box, of course, so good, the Alia box. And we've got the clear top Alia box bag there with you know, your basic kitchen condiments in there, chili sauce and all that sort of stuff. It's good to have a basic kit of all that sort of stuff. We've put this stuff on top, the non-slip matting on a aluminium board, which is really good. It really makes that a lot stronger, and a lot of time you find somebody sitting on that Alia box and it's pretty cold aluminium lid, and you know, the lid, I'm not saying it's flimsy, but it's quite thin, and having that on top really supports it well. These little black racks are good. We've had a lot of trouble getting them, but hopefully they're coming soon. They've been on back order for almost 6 months. Bloody hell, I've had a tough time with some of the Japanese companies. They've had a booming domestic season over there, and they've just had trouble supplying. But these are new buckets as well. So these are great. They're the handiest bucket. That fits in there, and there's another one as well. So a larger one. Washing up, getting water, whatever, some camp water. And the little canvas bucket's good too, just for little easy, handy rubbish bins, so kitchen scraps. Kitchen's going really well. Here's a little cook partner. We've really been using the rice cooker last night, and all of the Uniflame cook sets works really nice. And I'll tell you what, these two is Uniflame little stackable cups. I've only just got onto these, and they're so nice. They stack, they're very light, they stack well, nice handle, so really enjoying those. Fridge is going good. It's nice and iced up there. So yeah, 60 litre. And yeah, we'll show you the battery up front too. This space here is so good. Look at me mount there, little, what do you call that, a bar coaster. That's pretty cool there. And the little pantry, it's great to have that. A little bit hard to reach sometimes, but you know, it's really handy space. Stubby holders, and oh, there's my buck stubby holder. Lost that for a while. I've got Snorky and Buck and the Drifta one. All the Pit Brother rubs, coffee and sugar and flour and whatever, so it's a great space there for that sort of stuff. A little power hub here too. Right, so I've got my lights plugged in. The Bose, fair income, the Bose is the best little speaker. That's all you need. And I've got charging for your phone. And these lights, now we're getting right into these. These are clip-on lights. That's the 1 meter clip-on light, and it works really well. This is the 1 meter one, right? So you can see it clips on there and also here. If it's shorter, it wants to clip around this canvas, which doesn't quite work as well. Haven't used this camera before, so hopefully I've got it filming right. Anyway, the 1 meter one's good, and we're getting right into these curved spreaders that have the LED lights in them. Now at the moment this one's here, but we're going to change it around so the light's over here, because that's more where you want it here. Alright, so we're doing them at the moment, so the lead comes through this end. Problem with like a light here, you've got to run a lead, and it's a pain running a lead out to the outside, so we're getting into these curved spreaders with the light on the outside, and it'll be the same with this one here. So we'll have a curved spreader here, the power cord will be over there, and the light will be over here, more where you need it. You don't need the light this side because you've got light anyway from here. So yeah, we've got more of those, but these here on the website. But the 1 meter one is great. It's got lots of light, you know, dimmable as well. Look at that, great setup. These Drifta tables are good, made by Uniflame in Japan. They've put our brand on it. Nice brand. So that just works well there. You got your bench space over here, your kitchen and your stove and fridge, bench space around here with a snow pink iron grill table, storage underneath, and your table here for a bit of prep and serving out, and you've got room in your kitchen. So it's a good little setup, that. Plenty of room under the 2.5 awning. This is the big 2.5. The gutters here. Important to have the gutter. Now it's not, well, it did rain last night actually, but also, you know, if it's not raining, you got leaves and pine needles and stuff falling through, so it's good to have that. And this rain tray is brilliant, eh? See that? So it's a roof rack, and also works as a rain tray. So that, again, there's no rain can fall down in there. And that, so yeah, these are brilliant. Lots of room again, everything in bags here. And down here, got a little IGT2. We had that on the Cape trip and the Simpson trip, and it's the best little coffee table. It's seriously a little bit put together with the 4 legs, but it makes such a nice coffee table, especially with this little piece here. And just some chairs. Another little tip too is this boot liner sleeves there for the coffee tables and a lot of our gear. Black racks and the coffee tables, and they make a really nice seat. So you put them on top of your chair like that, and it's really nice to sit on because it gets cold at night time, and they are perfect to sit on. Jason from Crazy Dog was over last night and had a few beers, and we got some great ideas, me and Jace. It's a bloody legend, Jason. He's been making rooftop tents and, well, tents for Jonos for a lot of years, and yeah, he's a very clever guy, and it's, you know, there's hardly anybody doing those anymore, the tents, rooftop tents, and knowing the knowledge how to make canvas tents is almost lost in Australia, and there's not many people left. Jason, he really knows what he's doing, so it's, we get him to do all of our rooftop tents, and it's so important to keep these guys, because if Jason dropped out of making stuff, Australia would just lose a generation of knowledge, and you literally cannot get that back again. So it's really important we support these guys. When you buy an imported stuff, that's one of the things, you lose the knowledge and the skills, and I've seen it happening the last 20 years, and Jason's one of the last ones left. And it just really struck me last night when we were talking to him about designing this we're doing a new car-based rooftop tent, so for the top of the vehicle like this, and I won't tell you all about it yet, but it's going to be an awesome new design. And the way we've been able to discuss it and talk about it and work it out together with Jace has just been brilliant. And getting ideas, you can't have them all yourself. You need to sort of hit ideas off each other, because the ideas don't snap in your head in one hit. It's a formulation of working through it and talking, chatting, and finally you come up with the right sort of concept of how you want to do it. So without guys like Jason from Crazy Dog, we couldn't really do it. So anyway, because design is the thing, isn't it? Like, anybody can build something, but having the right design is critical. Everybody's seen stuff that you buy but it just doesn't quite work, and that's something we've really put a lot of effort into, the design of our products and improving them over the years, and making stuff that works, Anyway, more on that later. Front box here, look at this. We've got the lithium battery, and we're still at 13.1, so this is our third day camping here. Third day. And we're still on 13.1 now. I haven't got a solar panel. There's no solar panel on this trailer. Haven't been using one. Haven't had it connected. So 3 days now. This is the third day, and the fridge has been running constantly, and just lights. So lights and charging. We've had lights on at night time. We're charging phones and the Bose, but still 13.1. I mean, that's probably got another, I don't know, 3 days easy to go. So it's pretty good on the fridge. It's running 4 or 5 amps, but it just shows the power of the lithium battery. 3 days, and it's barely registered, which is, again, the lithium's equivalent of 2 deep cycles. Anyway, well, that's our little camp. Walk around quickly again. So, as an equipment trailer, heaps of room for storage, and this trailer here we're going to hire it out. Okay, so it's going to be based in Gloucester to start with. We might move it to Brisbane later on, but we'll end up with 2 trailers, one in Brisbane, one in Gloucester, that you can hire. It'll be literally set up like this, the awning and the basic gear, the fire pit basic gear, and you can hire also, say, an Oz 10 or whatever you like. Oh, actually no, we're going to put an iCamper on it. So we'll chuck an iCamper on, folding this side, and an ensuite. Doesn't have an ensuite at the moment because this was the mate's trailer. So we'll put an ensuite and the iCamper on, and you can hire this trailer, this very one. And yeah, the big 33s are great. I'm definitely a firm believer now in 33s on trailers. I wasn't so keen when I started, but I've realised that. And leaf sprung suspension too, simple, does the job. They're still putting leaf sprung on all the work trucks, and there's a reason for that, because they're tough, they do the job. Leaf on the back of this. Now I've got some exciting news coming up too with the leaf sprung suspension that we're going to announcing soon, and it's looking at the design of the Land Cruiser, which has got leaf sprung. We're basically, what we're doing is replicating what we've got on the back of the Land Cruiser on the trailer. So I won't tell you too much about it now, but you can probably work it out. We're doing that soon. Heaps of room, heaps of cover. Oz tent works in nicely. We could get a little awning connector there, like Brett Hooker's done that. I should do that, but that's fine. And look at that mesh walls. That's something I'm gonna do more of. I mean, every time I go camping I make a big list, and I've made a big list the last few days. People might think I'm on holidays, but really I'm working flat out. I've just so many ideas and tweaking things and I've been chatting to Jason for a full day almost, designing the new rooftop tent and different things. So, but this is something we're going to start doing, is walls, mesh walls, budget set. Truck's going good. I've got a fair bit of recovery gear from the Simpson trip left over. I was at Phil's place the other night, Phil the Maniac, and I left him a couple of my soft shackles from the trip, gave him a few of those. Kitchen drawer, heaps of room. And this here too, we went for a drive yesterday, but that's on 13.1 again with the lithium. So I've always had problems with my fridge and the truck with AGM batteries. It just would not last, you know. Keep running out of power, and you'd get 2 days. The second day you'd be out of power. I've had that for years and years. And now a lithium battery in the back, so it's away from the heat of the bonnet, and it's working really well. He comes crazy. He's packed up, ready to go. How he's going? He's ready to go, eh?
Oh yeah? Yeah, we just thought we'd pack up a bit earlier, mate. Pack up a bit earlier.
I've just been doing a bit of filming. So glad I pressed the button.
Were you in your way?
No, I've just finished. So we're going to chuck one of these on the trailer.
Yeah, if you can. Bloody, that's the current track I use.
Oh yeah.
But it's a bit heavier than what I'm trying to get for these. But if that doesn't bother you, you could use that.
Yeah, it needs wider and narrower.
Because that'll slot an M10 bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go a bit wider and a bit less in height.
Nah, yeah, that's with the new one I'm trying to chase.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to put that on my hard shells,
yeah.
or even yours, whatever. Yeah, we should go a little bit lower profile.
There's a bit of wasted space there, but
yep.
Wider and narrower, less in height. That'd be perfect. If you can get hold of that, mate, we're done.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to chase. So that's that. Yeah.
What's the width of that? It must be, you say 1600?
This one's 1800.
18?
Yeah. The reason why I went with that, because it's an 1800 box.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do the tonneau up, plus it's got more, stupid not to utilise that space.
But we can do one 1600 by 24.
24, 20, that one's current 23?
Yeah, 23 would be fine. If we do 16 by 23, we can put that on
as an option
on the trailer, eh?
Yeah, because theoretically it's like a soft floor trailer tent, but I think a lot of people don't want those walls. They can put them on when they want.
Yeah,
you've got that option. You know what I mean? They have all that area.
So you got a fixed double bed. There's no
Queen
floor
size.
that folds over.
No.
And you got a really big awning comes out over the ladder, eh?
Yep. And you don't have to adjust any of those poles.
Yeah.
Right, when you're setting it up, the only one you've got to do when the tent flips open this side, but you can have it whatever side you want, doesn't matter. When it flips over here, it comes down, and all you do is push that bow out, do the thumb screw up, same with that one, and you're done. Same
so
with the soft
easy.
floor. Yeah. You don't touch any of the other two, they're all fixed.
Yeah.
And you've got that room divider in there too.
So how long were you making Jono's tents for?
Well, I wasn't actually making Jono's tents. I was working for them.
Yeah.
But I was production manager for them. But I was basically doing the Cub, same tents for Cub, because remember I said Cub tried to take over for about 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And they just canned it.
Yeah.
And then I had to sort of...
How long have you been in the canvas game for?
Since about 2012.
Yeah.
But I've been in the awning industry since 2006.
Yeah.
Prior to the external blind stuff.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
So where are you off to?
Oh, well, don't know yet. We're going to get some phone service and see if we were potentially going to go into Savo.
Yeah, right.
Because we were booked to tomorrow. But
Come and get into my...
But I thought, well, we got a few things we got to do.
Yeah.
For the weekend, get ready. Yeah. We're going to go down to Brisbane.
Yeah. 45 minutes. Mostly just myself. Everything's got a spot, so until you know what you're doing, it's easy just to let me do it. Look at that, eh? So, good little camp on Fraser, and now we're going to head down Rainbow Beach to Noosa. Tomorrow is the Drifta fan event, so we're going to head up there. Say good day to everybody at the fan event. Alright guys,